To know how much of each ingredient to use and for super easy step-by-step instructions, go to flavorfunfun.com. You can make this. In a large bowl, add flour, salt, baking powder, and sugar. Whisk the dry ingredients together. Slice the cold salted butter and put the slices in the bowl. Here's the fun part. Using your fingers, begin crumbling the butter into the flour mixture until it starts to look and feel like coarse sand running through your fingers. And here's a tip. If you don't have time to play with the butter and flour, use a food processor or a pastry cutter to do this step. Using a spoon, scoop out 1 cup of the flour and butter mixture and set it aside. We will use it to make the pink red dough in a little bit. Pour 1 cup of milk into the flour mixture that is still in the bowl. Now get that wooden spoon out and start stirring the flour and milk together to make the biscuit dough. The dough will get a little hard to stir toward the end. You know it's ready when it no longer sticks to the sides of the bowl. Set the bowl to the side. Clean your cutting board, countertop, or whatever surface you're working on and dry it off. Then lightly sprinkle flour on your surface and pull your dough out of the bowl onto the floured surface. Here's a tip. Sprinkling flour on your work surface will prevent the dough from sticking to it. Knead the dough for about 3 minutes. Set it aside on a dry plate or in another bowl. We will get back to it soon. Now it's time to color the remaining 1/4 cup of milk. In a small bowl, add a small amount of red gel food coloring to the milk and stir or whisk it until the milk turns pink. If you want a more red color, add more red gel food coloring. Pour the 1 cup of flour mixture we set aside earlier and add your colored milk to it. Use a wooden spoon to combine it all together. Knead the dough for about 3 minutes. Set it aside on a dry plate or in another bowl. Sprinkle more flour on your work surface and place the first uncolored dough onto the surface. Press down on the dough to sort of flatten it a little bit so it's easier to roll out. Sprinkle a little flour over the top of the dough and using a rolling pin, roll out the dough to about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. Great job! You are almost there. I heart this part, get it? Okay, back to the instructions. Use the small heart-shaped cookie cutter and cut out hearts from the center of the larger circle. Sprinkle more flour on your work surface and place the pink red dough onto the surface. Press down on the dough to sort of flatten it a little. Using a rolling pin, begin rolling the dough out to the same thickness as you cut the large circles. Tip: you want the thickness the same so that when you place the small heart inside of the large circle, they will bake to the same height. Using the small heart-shaped cookie cutter, begin cutting little hearts out of your dough. Place the large circles onto your already prepared cookie sheet or baking pan, leaving about 1/4 of an inch of space between them. Bake for 17 to 20 minutes or until lightly brown. When the biscuits are done and still warm, slice them open, fill them with butter, your favorite jelly or jam, and enjoy. If there's anything else you want to learn how to make, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll do my best to make it for you.